Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be reviewing some new makeup brushes. Well, they're not really new. I've had them since November and I have a sort of Zoeva unboxing. It was my very first purchase from Zoeva, which is a German brand, by the way. And I will link their site below, and I will also link that video if you want to see sort of my reaction to the brushes and the shadow palettes that I ordered. But today's video is going to be reviewing the Pink Elements Complete Eye Set. So these are the ones that are the hot pink handle, which are freaking adorable. I absolutely love pink, and this is just sort of like my favorite, I guess, set of brushes that I own because they're the prettiest ones. But they're really nice, got a nice weight to them, and love the pink and love this sort of kind of gunmetal, silvery ferrule. And I'm going to go over all of the brushes. They do come in a little pouch like this, which is really nice because when you travel you can take all 12 of them in there, or you can pick and choose from the set and a couple face brushes and fit them, which I have done before while traveling. I do have the site pulled up on my phone, and I converted the, I guess, currency from euros to USD, so make sure you do that on the upper left corner if you are on the site, because it's going to tell you what they are in euros. And when you convert it over, it's 65 euros for this set, and when you convert it to USD, it's actually $78 for 12 brushes. And I know it sounds kind of steep, but I feel like for the quality and the number of brushes that you're getting, I think it's worth it. The shipping is a little expensive. There's only one shipping method from Germany to the US. It doesn't matter if you're in Colorado, like I am, or Florida, Maine, Washington State. It's all going to be the same DHL shipping, and I believe it's just a flat rate price of $16. So my suggestion to you would be, make a list of things that you want, and when you place an order, make sure that it's worth it. Don't just buy one or two brushes and pay $16 shipping unless you want to. Obviously, it's your money. But for me, I wanted to make the most out of it because it doesn't matter how much products I ordered. It was still $16. So I ordered this set and 4 makeup palettes, and it was still $16. Like, the weight didn't really fluctuate. It was $16 and that's it. So make it count if you want. That would be my suggestion. So enough blabbling. Let's get into the brushes. I'm going to just pick them at random order. And a little disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. I paid for these out of my own pocket. I paid, you know, extra for shipping, not shipping, but for, you know, buying international, whatever. They don't even know that I'm doing this video. I'm doing it because I really love these brushes, and I want to share this love with you guys because you might be interested in these. And they are dirty, and I thought about cleaning them, but then I said, you know what, why? I'm just going to show you because that can, you know, that will be a sign that I actually really do use it. You've seen these in videos before, so I'm just sort of going to pick them and start going at it. So one of the first ones that I picked was the 234. This is the Lux Smokey Shader Brush, and it's a very sort of flat eyeshadow brush. Reminds me of the MAC 239, and I don't think I have anything from Sigma that's quite like it as I'm looking through my enormous brush collection, by the way. And yeah, I don't really see anything except for the 239 by MAC that's kind of similar to this. It's white bristles, and it is very, very soft. It's got a little bit of give to it, but it's perfect for packing on color over a base, or even if you're using something bright like I am today, packing a bright color on the lid with something like this would be really ideal. Love this brush, and most of them are white, and I don't think that they really stain. I feel like when you use them with other colors and bright colors and darker colors, they wash really well, and they maintain their shape too, so that's great. Another brush that you get is the Concealer Buffer number 142. It looks like this. It's a very rounded sort of dual fiber brush that is synthetic. I think this is perfect for buffing out highlighters or cream products, correctors under the eye. You can use this for a cream highlight on the tops of the cheekbone. I've used this to dust over just a skin tone color all over the lid and then just throw on some mascara. That works really well. You could even use this for contouring to get that just really sharp, crisp contour line and then buff it out with another fluffier brush. This is a really great brush. I honestly have to say that I don't really use this a whole heck of a lot, but it's very, very soft. It's softer than my Sigma brushes that look like this. Obviously these are larger, but they're that sort of same dual fiber synthetic material. And this is very, very soft. It's got a nice sort of give to it, and I feel like it blends everything really nicely. Another brush that I really love is the 230, which is the Lux Pencil. This is like the MAC 219 and like the Sigma E30. Sigma E30 is really skinny and very black compared to the Zoeva one. The Zoeva one is a little bit on the sort of thicker side on the base, but then it has a beautiful kind of tapered point, which is perfect for smudging out any sort of darker colors, for adding a bit of some dark colors, whether it's black, a dark brown, anything that's dark and rich on the outer V to get a maybe even a crisp line here with the shadows works really well. Love this for highlighting in the inner corner with like something iridescent, something sparkly, any sort of shadow. This works beautifully under there or as a highlight under the brown. Brush is the 231 Luxe the T Crease, which may look very similar to the 230. This is the, what number is this? 230 is here and 231. So they're kind of similar, but as you can see, the 231 is a little bit fluffier and longer. Again, it has that nice tapered point, which gives you really precise crease work. Love this for that. You can also use it because it's a bit smaller to go under the under eye area. And then another one that's kind of similar to that is the 228 Luxe Crease, which is definitely longer with the bristles. And I will do a side-by-side of the 228 and the 231. And you can see the 228 is much longer, still again with that taper point, but it has more of a rounded sort of shape versus more of a point that the 231 has. But again, it's super flexible. It's got a lot of give, as you can see here. So it's going to give you a sort of feathered, lightweight crease work, and I feel like this is great for packing on color precisely where you want it, also to blend out harsh lines because it's so soft and very wispy. It's not as dense as something like this that's a little bit more tapered, but again, more dense packed bristles. So it's definitely softer and it's got a bit of a give. You could use this to set your under eye, highlight your under eye, or highlight here, contour your nose, highlight your cupid's bow. Small little precise work things that you want to do on your face or your eye, this would be really great as well. Another eye brush is the 227 Lux Soft Definer Brush, which is very similar to the 234, but this one is fluffier and longer, but again has that sort of shape where it's kind of tapered here and then it comes to a tapered point and then it kind of domes over a little bit. This is great to buff out any creases. Like if I were to use this today and soften out the edges, that's what I would use this for. Also packing on color right over a base or just sort of sweeping anything over the lid. I think that this brush is really soft, and again it has a lot of give to it. As you can see, it's very, very soft and very flexible, so it kind of moves with you and it works with the product and it doesn't cause you to have to work really hard to blend your products in. One of my favorites is the 237. This is the detail shader which I use in the tutorial that I filmed today. I love this brush for highlighting the inner part of the eye and smudging on the lower lashes. Also, this is wonderful for smudging out a pencil liner, smudging out some dark shadows on the right on the root of the lash and kind of creating a smoky effect. This is a really great brush. Very, very soft, and the bristles on this one, I'm not sure, but they might be natural bristles. Because they are dark bristles. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. I'll put it down below if it is natural. Another brush is the 322, which is the brow line brush, and it has a bit of an angle, very sort of short. This is a perfect brush for creating a sort of sharp, crisp line with your shadows, putting a piece of tape and then creating that line and then kind of feathering it in. It's wonderful for the brows, and that's what it's intended to use, or it's intended for, but you don't have to use these brushes for what they're meant to be used. Just figure out ways that it works for you. Great for brows, great for lining, great for smudging out product. I like that one a lot. 315, which is the fine liner, and it comes with a little protective cap, but it's a bent liner brush. This is great for those who want to create a thin line. You can definitely build it up and create a cat eye with it as well. It has that bend to it, so I feel like it lays really nicely against the root of the lash, so it helps you with the line. I'm not the best at liner. Sometimes I have mistakes, but having a bent brush like this is much easier than using a liner brush that's more straight. Like this is one from Sigma or other brushes. I know Sonia Kashuk has one that's very similar to this one. This is Sonia Kashuk right here in white. The bristles are a little bit longer on Sonia Kashuk and a lot more sort of flexible. I feel like these are have a little bit of give to them, but they have that sort of stiffness, which I feel like works to give you a more crisp line, and it's just easy to apply liner. I like that brush a lot. Another one is the 226 Smudger Brush, which is another synthetic brush. It is very dirty, but the bristles are dark towards the edge of the ferrule and then sort of gradually go to like soft white. So again, great for any sort of cream products. That would be what I would suggest for these two brushes from the set because they're synthetic. They work really well. I've used this to apply my MAC paint pots on my lid, my Maybelline Color Whisper tattoo shadows, or no, not color tattoos, the cream ones, you know what I mean. Putting those on the lid, I use this for cream, really great. Another brush is the 224 Lux Defined Crease, which is very sort of wispy, and it's great to create sort of like a sandwich method if you have like whatever color in your crease and you want to kind of highlight and kind of give it a bit of a kind of glowy look. You can take a bit of a different color and kind of go around the edges just to create a bit of a glow. Like today I use this a little bit with some Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek to kind of give me a little bit of a sort of gradient, smoky, kind of warm reddish look. This is very similar to a brush from Sigma, and I have to again find it. Okay. So this Zoeva 224 Lux Defined Crease brush is very similar to the Sigma E36. But the Zoeva one is a bit shorter, as you can see. The handle and the bristles on the Zoeva one are longer and just softer. I do like the one from Sigma, but I feel like it's sort of very pinched here. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'll do an up close for you. Very pinched, but it has that wispy effect to create sort of like a feathered sandwich effect. Very similar, but I prefer the Zoeva one versus the Sigma E36. Then the last brush is the 317 Wing Liner. This is by far, hands down, the best angle liner brush that I have ever used. It is so wonderful at giving me a very crisp, very sharp line. I love how the shape of it creates a really beautiful kind of cat eye with a gel liner, with even I've used this with eyeshadows to create like a softer kind of cat eye. I love it. I've used it to smudge under the lower lashes. I've used it to line my, just naturally follow the shape of my eye with some eyeshadow for a more sort of everyday natural look. It is very, very thin. Like when you look at it through the front, it's very, very thin. It's not thick. Like for example, this is a brow brush that I use every now and again from Real Techniques for liner. And as you can see, hopefully, maybe not, as you can probably see, this one here is so thick that it gives you such a thick line. But this one gives you such a paper thin line. It's unbelievable how close to the root of the lash you can get with this. You can even take some gel liner or some cream liner and tight line on your upper waterline with it. You can smudge out. You can take it and swipe against the tip of your eyeliner and then kind of go in with it. It's so incredibly easy to line my eyes with this. It is by far my most reached for angle liner brush, and I have many, and this is my favorite. It is a little bit on the larger side, but still a very, very wonderful brush to use, and I love it. Those are all the brushes. I do think that this set is wonderful. I think that their brush quality, from what I've experienced with these, seem to be really great. I am intrigued and I want to try more. I don't know which ones to get. I don't really need any, so I may place an order. Whoops, there goes one. Man down. I may place another order in a couple months. Who knows when, whenever I want to kind of get more Zoeva stuff. But I'm really, really pleased with this set. I do recommend it. A little bit pricey, but you're honestly getting everything that you need for completing an eye look. From start to finish, everything you need. Even this big old concealer type of brush. This is the concealer buffer to go with concealer. That's a great face brush. You can use this for the cream products like I mentioned before. So literally you have everything from applying shadows to blending out crease work to applying crease shadows to creating smoky eyes to highlighting the inner corners and highlighting, you know, small little areas around the eye. I think you get everything you need. So I think this set is great for those of you who need makeup brushes. You want to invest in a good set that's not super expensive, but that it's not so cheap that they fall apart. These I feel like are very substantial. Like I've said, I've washed them several times and they've held their shape really well. And the white bristles, they come clean very easily. And that was my biggest concern, keeping the shape and not staining the brushes, because some of my MAC ones, like my MAC 239 that's white, is stained. No matter how much I clean it, it's stained. Just like my Sigma E25 blending brush. I used it today, so that's why it's super dirty, but I've washed this and there's just some remnants of staining that just do not come out. So I like how these sort of come clean very easily, and they look so pretty. Like, look at this. Like, if you love pink and charcoal, I mean, come on. Like, does it get any cuter than this? No, I don't think so. I think it's great. I hope that you guys found this review helpful. Let me know what your thoughts are, if you've tried some of their brushes, or if you have tried anything from the brand. I would like to know what your thoughts are. Leave your comments down below, because someone watching may want to see what other people think, just instead of just relying on my opinion. Again, the video is sharing my opinion. If you don't like it, you know, I respect it, but I do really like these, and I've used them so many times, and I reach for these so often compared to some of my other brushes from like Coastal Scents, from Morphe, from Sigma. I have a couple MACs, so I have a little bit of everything, from really cheap eBay brushes to really expensive MAC ones, and these are just my go-tos that I reach for time and time again. So I love them. You will be seeing these again in more videos as they are coming out and I post them. You will see these again. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this review, and let me know what you want to see next. If you have any sort of video requests, I would love to know what they are. Don't forget to subscribe, and also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's @glamour by Lexi. I'd love to connect with you there. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.